Now that the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is done, of course, I have to get to my little friend, the Galaxy Z Flip, which Samsung is calling a pocket-size AI powerhouse. And well, it feels like one. Firstly, the build quality is absolutely magical. It feels solid, rock solid. I can do this. This is so satisfying. This is really satisfying. It slaps, you know. This really slaps. And this is the biggest screen inside of a Z Flip phone. 6.9 inches dynamic AMOLED screen, but on the outside you have a 4.1 inch screen, which really is the star of the show. It's called the Flex window, and for the first time it is fully edge to edge. 120 Hz of refresh rate, 2600 nits of brightness levels. It is a world-class display, just 1.25 of bezel out here. It is really great, but this is not something new. We have seen brands like Motorola do this, so Samsung is finally catching up. So Samsung tends to take its time to do these things, and they have done it, but they have really implemented it very nicely. Now, One UI has been tuned for this Flex window. It can do a bunch of things. Like, for example, it will support more Samsung apps, more Google apps, and there are more third-party apps that are going to support this thing. On top of that, you will have something like new customization features. Auto cuts are wallpapers from the gallery, customized emojis, and also background colors and clock font to fit harmoniously around an image layout. So this is something that you see on iOS 26 as well. So a lot of people are doing this, so this is not something new, but it's a pocket-sized selfie studio. Yeah, this main camera is a 50 megapixel sensor. It does that 2x optical quality zoom, and then you also get a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera which supports autofocus, and inside you get a 10 MP selfie camera. So it's a very good camera, but it is not Samsung's best camera. So for that, you will always need to go back to this phone if you want a foldable. But if you want the ultimate photography experience, then obviously the Galaxy S25 series will be something that you will be looking at. But video is also done really well. It does 10-bit HDR video, which is something that Samsung introduced with the Galaxy S25 series. It's flowed into this as well, so that's there. Filters now can be added from the Flex window, easier content capture, all of that. They're really making it an easier camera to use. On a technical level, it may not be that big a leap, but it is definitely a much easier camera, so you can extract more out of this camera. Now, battery size is 4300 mAh. It's a pretty decent size of battery. It's actually almost as big as the battery on this phone, and considering it uses the same chip, it's the Snapdragon 8 Elite, so you are looking at really good battery life, considering you are also dealing with smaller screens. Like this is a 4.1 inch screen, this is a 6.9 inch screen obviously, and again the bezels are non-existent here. They're doing a lot of stuff around durability. For example, really tiny bezels, the most dense circuit board Samsung has made, that's in this phone. Then the circuit board is also water resistant from the get-go, and then they're doing more enhancement to the internal components, like for example the camera modules, and now you get that Armor Flex hinge out here also. So overall, really satisfying device. Now you are also getting a lot of stuff around security. Samsung does Knox, they call it Keep. It's Knox Enhanced Encryption Protection. Keep nomenclature is that, and it's powered by Knox Volt. And it's smarter, more connected threat response system called Knox Matrix, and Wi-Fi gets more secured. It gets quantum resistant encryption. And then they're going really big on sustainability. Reminds me of a little company from Cupertino, right? There are 9 recycled items in this device, but the two on both of these, actually 2 items that are really 100% recycled: cobalt and the lithium that goes into the cathode of the battery. So that's a really big deal. Now these phones are getting pricey. This phone will now start at almost $2,000 for the 256 GB version, while this one will start at around $1,100 for the 256 GB version. But if you don't want to pay so much, there's another phone that you can have. That's the Galaxy Z Flip FE, Z Flip 7 FE. So that's a little more watered down version of this phone. So you can think of it like a Z Flip 6, but with some elements of this. So for example, its flex window is not edge to edge, and some features have been stripped down, and that will be a little cheaper. So I'm going to be having more content out here from New York City for BW Business World, and I'm going to have some more reels also, and maybe a first impressions of that Z Flip 7 FE as well. Watch on.